Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Academy of Science and Entrepreneurship, it is my pleasure to welcome our students, our families, our friends, and guests to the Academy's 15th commencement ceremony, where we're celebrating the graduating class of 2026. I would like to recognize and welcome members of the MCCSC School Board of Trustees who are here with us today. We have Vice President Ross Grimes and member April Hennessy. I would also like to welcome members of the MCCSC Central Administration, Director of Secondary Education, Eric Gilpin, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Dr. Jeff Henderson, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, Alexis Harmon, and MCCSC Superintendent, Dr. Mark Hay Winston. Please join me in welcoming them. It is my honor to welcome everyone here this evening to celebrate with us. Thank you for taking the time to share with us as we celebrate the culmination of 4 years of hard work on part of this graduating class. This year's ceremony is especially meaningful as we celebrate the first graduating class of students enrolled in MCCSC Online. We are proud to recognize these students alongside the Academy's graduates this evening, and we celebrate the commitment, perseverance, and accomplishments that have brought us all together for this moment. At this time, I'd like to welcome Cameron Brown to the podium to present his speech.
All right. Welcome everyone, parents, friends, teachers, staff, and my fellow students. Thank you all for being here today. First of all, congratulations to everyone for making it through another year. I am so incredibly proud of us and the growth everyone has shown. High school is definitely not an easy experience for anyone, even for the people who look like they have it all together. I know a lot of you, if not all of you, have had to balance so much in your lives while also trying to get through school. A lot of the time, it's more than just school. Whether it's a job, family, relationships, or mental health, you should be unbelievably proud of yourselves for navigating both school and life. We made it. Now, I'm almost positive everyone here is going to be sad to leave our teachers and staff, though I don't know if we can say the same about the actual school building. But seriously, to the staff, I love you guys so much. We've learned so much from you, even through the hard times that I know we've all faced. To give you an idea of how much a person can change, when I transferred here during my sophomore year, I was for sure a less mature person than I am today, and I made poor decisions. I was always not respectful towards my teachers and the people around me. I frequently found myself facing disciplinary consequences. However, those experiences became important lessons that helped shape my growth. Looking back now, I am grateful for the opportunity high school gave me to learn from my mistakes and mature as a person and become someone I genuinely am proud to be today. I'm telling you this because I want to show you that people really can grow. School has quite literally shaped me into a better person. It doesn't mean I was a bad person back then. I just made bad decisions. I didn't think things through because I thought it was funny. But every time I ended up back in that office, I learned something, whether it was about respect, responsibility, or simply thinking before I act. Over time, those lessons changed me. They helped me become more mature, more understanding of others, and more appreciative of the opportunities and the people around me. We've met some of our best friends and people who will feel like family for the rest of our lives here. As cliche as that may sound, this school truly became a family to me. I've grown to appreciate every single person who makes this place what it is. Our teachers, counselors, social workers, office staff, cafeteria staff, custodians, tech crew, administrators, and everyone working behind the scenes to support us every day. Not once have I seen a staff member act like they didn't care about their students or the work they do, even on the days when we were probably driving them completely crazy. And something I've come to realize throughout all the years is that the teachers have their own lives, struggles, and responsibilities outside of school, something that students do not always stop to think about. Realizing that has made me even more grateful for this school and the people in it. It makes me proud to say that I graduated from here. Some of my absolute favorite memories happened outside of the classroom, hanging out with my friends after school at the skate park. One of my biggest personal achievements was finally landing a Muska flip up the hubba at Switch Skate Park. But honestly, moments like that would not have meant nearly as much without the people I got to share them with. The friendships and humor are probably the most valuable things I'm taking away from high school. If it weren't for all of the funny moments I shared with you guys, I probably would have skipped a lot more school. Those are the kind of memories I'm going to keep making too. As we look to the future, it is completely okay if you don't know exactly what comes next. I went through most of high school not knowing what I wanted, but uncertainty is just a part of life. It's okay to be uncertain, but to never be without a goal. Keep thinking, keep trying new things, and have confidence in yourselves. There is an old saying, you can't take everything from something, but you can take something from everything. We probably won't take every single math formula or history date we were given, but we can choose to take the good lessons, and we choose to take exactly what we need to build our future. We can take our mistakes, like my sophomore year office visits, and use them to make things better and different next time. Thank you to the adults who supported us, and thank you to my friends for making this year unforgettable. Congratulations, guys. Let's see what the future holds.
Thank you, Cameron. As we continue our celebration, we'd now like to recognize two outstanding members of the class of 2026, our salutatorian and our valedictorian. The salutatorian is the student who has the second highest cumulative grade point average at the end of the 8th semester at ASE. Our salutatorian is Lucas Watrowski. Please come to the stage to accept your medal. Congratulations, Lucas. The valedictorian is the student who has the highest cumulative grade point average at the end of the 8th semester at ASE. Our 2026 valedictorian is Alec Misdorfer. Please come to the stage to accept your medal. Congratulations, Alec. And now I'd like to invite our salutatorian, Lucas Watrowski, back to the stage to present his speech.
Let me begin in the only way I know how to, blunt honesty. The past 4 years have been rough on all of us. I don't think that's ridiculous to say. But I also want to ask all of you, families, friends, and faculty included, a question. What would your kindergarten-age self think of the person you've become? It's a lot harder to answer than you would think. What would you say? How would you say it in a way they could understand? I don't think any of us could answer that in confidence. At least I know I couldn't. Childhood, for me at least, and for many of us I feel, was time spent wishing for the day where we could finally grow up, where we could be a grown-up and make decisions for ourselves. Now, a lot of us are there, or at least quite close, and it's a lot scarier than the cool sixth graders made it seem when we were 6. Back then, the biggest worries we had were that if we stepped on the wrong part of the sidewalk, we'd be visiting our mothers in the hospital. We weren't doom scrolling in our free time. We were doing spelling tests and math homework and getting ready to go to bed at 8 p.m., 9 on weekends. The concept of childhood has been a big part of this year for me, and I look back on those times a lot differently now than I used to. Childhood is innocence. It is being blissfully unaware of all the bad, the evil, and the corrupt in this world. It is not knowing what you have until it is gone or on its way out. And now it's officially as over as it gets, and that's not so bad. We may see glimpses of childhood in our future, but they will be few and far between, and it won't compare to living it. The past 13 years have been spent waiting for it to end, waiting for the moment we felt like adults. Now we're here, and I think we all would like just one more day as the naive little kids we used to be. I wish I could turn back the clock just a few years and relive those days playing ultimate frisbee with my friends and classmates in 8th grade. I wish I could learn to color inside the lines for the first time again. I wish I could do so much for the first time again, but I can't. None of us can. And that's what makes the human experience so unique. It only happens to everyone once. Because of this, I feel it's important that we all live without fear of judgment or of failure. It's a tall task, one that may seem impossible at a glance, but it is doable. It will only take time, effort, and definitely more than a few mistakes. But it will get easier. Judgment in particular is something I think started to stick with us in our teenage years. The notion of, well, what would others think if I did X, Y, and or Z is paralyzing and always with us. But it is not until we begin to come into our own as young people that the dread of it kicks in. However, I want to answer that question. Who cares if we did or do X, Y, and or Z? That's dumb. If it makes us happy and hopefully stays largely within the lines of the law, why should we care what other people think? The only person you should strive to please is yourself. If you live for others, you risk letting yourself down, and that's not something anybody should experience. We get exactly one shot at this thing called life, so why not make it count? The fear of failure is another huge thing. It's similar to a fear of judgment, but instead of worrying about what others think of you, it's more about what you might think of yourself. However, failure is a natural part of life. Famously, nobody's perfect. Each time you mess something up is a time you learn from it. To take a quote from the late, great Maya Angelou, you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. So by all means, go lose. It's an important step in growing as a person. And when, not if, you lose knowing that you'll come back from it even stronger than before. Don't be a coulda, shoulda, woulda. Be an I did it anyway. Should we get lucky enough to make it to old age, I hope these are days we remember fondly. I hope we look back at our lives with pride, not because they were perfect, but because we lived them. I hope we all make our 6-year-old selves proud with the things I know we can and will all accomplish. I hope we face our fears, we get scared, we get sad, we get angry, and we come out the other side able to say we did it anyway. I hope we can all look back and say in confidence that we left the world better than we found it. I want to leave you, class of 2026, with one more piece of advice. Go live. Do something. Have fun with your lives. Laugh, cry, be stupid while you're still young enough to justify it somehow. Make some good memories. Don't settle. Evolve beyond the person you were a minute before. Little by little, advance just a bit further with each turn. Drill your own path through life. Live your life, and live it well. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucas. Graduates, the moment is here. It is time to graduate. Please stand as I invite Superintendent Dr. Mark K. Winston to certify the class of 2026. Dr. Winston, this graduating class of the Academy of Science and Entrepreneurship have met all graduation and certification requirements as established by the State Board of Education and the Monroe County Community School Corporation. It is my honor and privilege to present the graduating class of 2026.
On behalf of the Monroe County Community School Corporation, Board of School Trustees, and the entire MCCSC faculty and staff, I want to extend a hearty congratulations to the class of 2026. What a joy it is to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate this extraordinary group of young people. You did it. To the many parents, educators, guardians, family members, and friends who have been by their side and supported these students every step of the way, thank you. Graduates, today we gather to celebrate a remarkable milestone in your lives. Today's ceremony is not just a culmination of years of hard work, but it's a testament to your resilience, your determination, and your growth. As you leave this chapter behind, remember this: success is not simply measured by titles, accolades, or income. It is measured by how you treat people, how you respond to adversity, and how willing you are to use your talents to make life better for others. This class has consistently demonstrated just how much you care for one another. No matter where your journey leads, Never underestimate the impact you can have on your community and the people around you. You have grown into thinkers, doers, leaders, and citizens that we are proud to send out into today's world. Your future is bright, and the future of our world is even brighter because of each of you. We wish you the very best as you chart the next path in your lives. Ms. Evans, by the authority vested in me by the Indiana Department of Education, it is a privilege to present the members of the Academy of Science and Entrepreneurship Class of 2026 for the receipt of their diplomas.
Thank you, Dr. Winston. At this time, I would like to invite our guidance counselor, Mrs. Hosteller, to the podium for the presentation of the diplomas.
Students, you will now turn and approach the stage to receive your diplomas. Mays Alanazi. Joshua Allen Thomas Batson. Cameron Nicholas Brown. Annalise Peyton Doyle. Mackenzie Trejo Garcia. Erin Marie Gibson. Brogan Howard Gilbert. Liam Kahn Duke Gilday. Zachariah James Hensley. Maggie Grace Hurley. Hunter Moon Lawson. Alec Rulan Midstarfer. Amber Lynn Mobley. Elizabeth Ann Mobley. Grace Lee Mobley. Sylvia Margaret Richardson. Asa Andrew Ryan. Zane Bry Siddons. B. Rydell Marie Stillwell. Finn W. Travis. Lucas Michael Watrowski. Alexis Renee Weisenberg. Alex Preston Wisely. Please give our graduating class a round of applause. I would now like to invite Duke Gilday and Josh Batson to the podium to present the tassel speech.
Hello, wait, is it on? Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Hello, graduating class of 2026. It is I and Josh, I guess. To be quite frank, I have no idea how we got here, but without further ado, could you guys please rise from your seats? No, I'm kidding, sit down, sit down. Yeah, I got you all. I just wanted to say that all of you guys are super cool, and the growth that I have seen between all of you is amazing, and I hope that we are all successful later on in life. I want to thank all of the faculty members that have aided all of us, even if it was some tough love. Josh, would you have anything you'd like to say?
Hello, my fellow seniors. I and Duke are here to give you our amazing tassel speech. This includes the process of listening to Hamilton just to write an introduction. Cough, cough, Duke. But I personally am proud to say that we are graduating and going into a world beyond just basic high school, whether that be college, work, or anything really. And now, graduates, please rise. It is time to move your tassels from the right to the left side to signify your graduation. If you ever forget which side your tassel goes on, remember that you wear it on the left side of your heart to remind you of your alma mater. I tried.
Graduates, please turn and congratulate your classmates to your left and right.
Well, you're the only one over here, Duke.
All right, graduates, you may now be seated. Let me be the first to offer my congratulations to you for a prosperous and successful future. This day signifies a new beginning for each of us, each and every one of us. In addition to earning your diploma today, you have earned the right to be associated with a very special group of individuals. You may now call yourselves alumni of the Academy of Science and Entrepreneurship. Can we get a round of applause?
Thank you, Duke and Josh. Congratulations, graduates. As we close today's ceremony, I want to take a moment just to honor these 23 unique individuals who make up the Academy's class of 2026. Each of you have brought your own strengths, stories, and spirit to our community at the Academy. And in doing so, you've left a lasting impact on our school. As you move forward into the next chapter of your lives, please know that you will always be a part of the Academy Wolfpack, and we will always be proud to call you one of our own. Now, to the families and the caregivers and the friends in the audience, thank you for being our partner as we were educating these graduates. Whether you've been with MCCSC for the entirety of your preschool through 12 journey, or perhaps just for 1 year or anywhere in between, it has been an honor doing this work alongside you. Graduates, please stand and turn and give your families a round of applause to thank them for all they have done to help you get to this moment. Well done. We didn't even practice that. On behalf of the members of the class of 2026, the incredible Academy faculty and staff, and the MCCSC Central Administration and the School Board of Trustees, thank you for celebrating this day with us. Our graduates will now depart after the faculty, and audience, please wait to depart until after all the graduates have exited, and we will meet you in the lobby for some refreshments, and I hope you take a lot of photos. Thank you so much for coming.